Hello, this is Bharat Bari from the class Creativity and Organization Culture, which is an internship course at Westcliff University. And this is my presentation for this week's on the approaches to the organizational culture. The agenda of the presentation is that I'll introduce the topic and then we'll move on to the approaches. And from that, I'll talk about the best approach for my organization where I'm working. And then we'll talk about the importance of the organizational culture. And then I'll conclude my presentation. So the types of the approaches to the organization culture, there are, according to the video, there are three main approaches. The first one is the survey research approach, which quantifies and measures the culture through surveys. So what we do is we make a survey and we give it out to all the employees, and it has a set questions with the objectives that we have in mind, and we ask them to do the survey. So this kind of approach is very efficient at data collection and some quantifiable results. The only problem with this is that it will provide a surface level understanding, not a very in-depth understanding to the culture. The second one is the analytic descriptive approach, in which we measure the organization culture through the rituals, stories, or the things that employees do in the organization. So this is kind of an in-depth exploration to the socioeconomic ways of the organization, and which provides a very overall view to the culture. The only challenge here is it's a subjective interpretation, so some may interrupt in a interpret in a different way and may miss the dynamic aspect of the culture. The third is the ethnographic approach, in which we do the interviews, one-on-one interviews, in which we have the questions, we ask each and everybody, and this kind of approach will provide a deep understanding to the implicit elements of the culture. The only challenge is that it will be very time consuming, as you have to do interviews with everybody, and it kind of have a biased nature. So whatever the person is interviewing and what the questions will lead, and that's sometimes be biased. So these are the three types of approaches. For my organization where I work, I believe that the survey research approach is one of the best, most suitable for studying the organization culture, as it in theoretical ways just offer surface level understanding, but will still provide valuable insight into the employee perceptions and the attitudes, which can lead to the objectives of the job. Uh, by using such approach, we'll gather valuable data to understand the cultural aspect that influence the organization's effectiveness and identifies the potential improvement. So it's easier to do, doable, and we can get something valuable from this approach, and I believe this will be very beneficial at my job place. So the importance here at the about the organization culture is that generally it will foster employee engagement, and it will also motivate the employees. It will also help in the communication aspect. If there are some barriers in the communication, this may help release those, and the teams and the employees will collaborate as they will open up. So this improve overall efficiency and effectiveness of the organization. Uh, the positive outcomes in this will be increased job satisfaction for everybody, which leads to reduced turnovers. Strong alignments with the value drives productivity, definitely, because if everybody is on the same page, that will drive the productivity. Transparent communication enhance decision making. So definitely, if we know everything and every aspect, what and is going right and what is going wrong, then we will be able to make correct decisions, better decisions. So these are the importance of some of the important aspects of the organization culture, why we should study the culture of an organization. So with this, I conclude my presentation. In this presentation, we talked about the organization culture and the three main approaches, which is the survey, analytic, and the ethnographic approach to it. Uh, and then we talked about at my internship, as I suggested, the survey approach will be the best approach. Uh, the third point that I want to highlight is that with the uh, organization culture, we will get to know about everybody, and this will foster employee engagement and communication, which will definitely lead to the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization. Thank you so much for listening to me, for your attention. I look forward to any questions or comments that you may have. You can write to me at bahri.359@westcliff.edu. Thank you so much for listening to me. Have a great day.